Welcome to the cellblock Scorch 44 inmates. If you think you don't recognize this speaker, then you'd be correct. Lost has been found. Nice to meet you all. I hope you're enjoying your stay in the cell block. The prompt for this week was dream travel. This prompt was given by Cricket. Honestly, I don't remember much of how this one came to be. And without further ado, the family trade.
Leandra had been waiting years for the time to come. She was 18 years now, and if she had the gift, she would know tonight. She'd never been this nervous for anything in her life. The anticipation built all day, and by the time she was laying down to go to sleep, she was sure that sleep would never find her because she was so excited. Luckily, her mother was there, as was tradition, to sing her lullaby that would lull her to sleep. The song was one you learned only after you were 18 and discovered whether or not you had the gift. Her mother started to sing, and Leandra didn't remember falling asleep. The next thing she knew, she was awake and alone. It was morning, but nothing had happened the night before. Leandra felt the sting of tears before she fully processed what was happening. Last night was the first night she should have been able to travel in her dreams, to shape and mold the dreams of other sleepers. The gift her family had should have manifested. It wasn't time for it to skip someone. She'd been looking forward to this her whole life. And was it really that simple? She didn't have the gift? As she thought through everything, sobs racked her body, and she sat up so she wouldn't choke on her own sobs. She needed to breathe. She needed to be quieter. How was she going to face the rest of the family when she couldn't even accept what had happened herself?
Hi, Cricket here for Judge comments on week 44. Like I mentioned last week, this week Octo joined, so this was the first week where we had 4 Scorches written, and I got to judge. And agony for me specifically, because trying to choose between, every time you add pieces, it just gets harder and harder. All of the pieces were really good. Everybody interpreted the prompt really interestingly and really differently, which was really exciting to me. I did end up ultimately choosing Lost. I think just because I was so intrigued by the setup and I thought this dream gift that runs in this family is so interesting. And then I thought the ending was really unexpected, that she feels like she doesn't have the gift and what is she going to do now? I just really enjoyed this piece from start to finish. It's short, but I feel like it does what it wants to do so well. And that's really all I have, so keep those fires burning.
The prompt for next week is simply make me cry. I know when I gave this prompt that was a directive, as in make me, Lost, cry. I'm not sure how many people took on that challenge when they wrote for this one, as I am known to be one that does not cry easily. Not sure what was going on in my life that set me up for that choice, but here we are now. We look forward to it for next week. If you inmates have any questions or comments, keep in mind that we'd love to see them. You can also support us on Patreon, where you will be able to read the embers. Most importantly, until next time, keep that fire burning.
The Cellblock Scorch is a production of Stellarcore, an independent group of nerds sharing their obsessions with the world. We can be reached at thestellarcore@gmail.com, through comments on your podcast platform of choice, our Instagram, Stella_core, and at our YouTube, also called Stellarcore. Follow Cellblock Scorch Podcast on Instagram, or the Cellblock Scorch on Tumblr to see the prompt the day before the episode drops and a quote from each Scorch the day after, with flavor commentary from Red, our social media manager. Feel free to check out our other productions on our YouTube channel or our cosplays on Instagram. If you would like to support our creative endeavors, you can give a one-time tip to the Ko-Fi of the writer of your favorite Scorches, or check out our Patreon, linked in the show notes. There, you can access the Scorches and episode transcripts for free, or sign up for Spark level support for $5 a month to gain access to our embers as well.